because what that's going to do is it's going to help push that light farther up the window. So I think I would do that on both corners here, and that would do a nice job of lighting this area. And then if you wanted to, in this front shrub, just to create kind of a different level of light, and as well as light the landscape a little bit, that's where I might just throw a wash light in. Hey guys, it's Cal from The Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for The Lighting Doctor. Hey Glenn, thanks for your email, thanks for your pictures here. Yeah, definitely show you a couple options, a couple things you could do. I mean, I do like the idea of lighting the second tier, and I just wanted to show you this example so you can kind of see what it looks like. But if I go to your house here, I mean, in a perfect world, I would love to have like some in-ground lights and stuff in here, which I know is probably not going to happen with the concrete and stuff. But I want to still be able to light up the front of the house here, make that look good. And then I think by doing, pardon me, but by doing a couple things on the second tier here could really help. So what I would do, primarily I would be using just uplights like this, and then I might throw in a couple path and garden lights. I'll kind of show you where to do that. The one thing I will say when I talk about the kind of the second story and some ways to do that, just keep in mind, it doesn't show it in this picture, but all the lights have a 1/2-inch male thread here. This is the ground stake that it screws into. So when you're mounting it on that second level, if you're looking for a mounting bracket or something, you can find anything at an electrical aisle that has that 1/2-inch thread. They usually come standard that way to be able to mount it on the second story. But that being said, with that light, what I would do is I would try and have one, I would probably try and have one under this window here, not too far from the house. You don't want it far out shining into the window. You just want it fairly close, 12, 18 inches back, just kind of shining up so that it's highlighting the shutters here a little bit. And then I would try and have one of those uplights at each one of these beams here. The reason I like that too, and I'll just kind of go back to my picture, I've got a whole bunch here, but by doing that, you know, yours are dark columns, but it's still going to look nice. And then when that light hits the top, it kind of spreads and it almost creates like this soffit lighting look here that you can kind of see how it goes like that. So that's what, pardon me again, but I would have those four there because it's really going to make this entryway stop. You get a little bit of reflective light down in the beds. And then what I would do is I would just put a couple path lights in between where you have those uplights now. So say for example you have a uplight here, I might throw a path light here, I might throw one here, I might throw one here, and only have three, maybe one on the corner here, four at the most across here to help light the walkway a little bit. And then as I move on to this side of the house, I would do the kind of the same concept. I would take my uplight, I would put it kind of more on the corners here in between the windows. The only difference is pardon me again. The only difference is I would just increase the intensity of that. These are all standard with a 4-watt LED lamp in them, which they call a 20-watt halogen equivalent. But I would upgrade those lights by the front windows there to a 35-watt equivalent, which is about a 5-watt LED. Because what that's going to do is it's going to help push that light farther up the window. So I think I would do that on both corners here, and that would do a nice job of lighting this area. And then if you wanted to, in this front shrub, just to create kind of a different level of light, and as well as light the landscape a little bit, that's where I might just throw a wash light in. Wash light's very similar to uplight. It's just it's a softer, wider angle light, great for like low-lying shrubs and stuff, which is why I might put one right in here just to kind of highlight this area, and then you've kind of got the rest of this backlit. And that'd be a really nice way to go and light this section. Ideally, like I said, I would love to have, you know, 3 uplights across here, but that's probably not going to happen with the concrete, which is okay. I think it's still going to look nice here. But then on the second tier here, this is where I probably would try and look at putting a couple uplights. Like, it would be really nice to have one kind of on both sides of the shutters here. I might do the same kind of, you know, over here, maybe on these 3 shutters, to do something like that. Very similar to what they did over here. The difference is usually I try and mount them in the gutter because we have a nice easy gutter mount that makes that super easy to do. The tough part, obviously in your case, is what's going to happen is when you do that, it ends up shining a bunch of the roof, and you don't want to light the roof. You just kind of want to do this. So that's where I was saying, if you can go to the electrical aisle. You can get kind of any kind of bracket that you can just, you know, gently mount to the roof line. I usually just run the wire right up the downspout here, and then kind of along the roof line, along the siding here. You can hide it nice and easy. If you do mount those lights there, the only thing I would do is you might want to just silicone and stuff where you kind of screw them, or however you want to mount them. I usually will just you know, put a couple gentle screws in there and just silicone it over just to make sure it's not you know, they're still watertight and everything. But I would probably do something like that if you wanted to do the second tier. I think would be a really nice option. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, at least some things to start working with. Let me know if you have any questions, Glenn, and then we can kind of work together from there.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this real quick. If you see here, we got this bed area, and this was an area that was totally isolated, that we couldn't get wire to really. We got this nice, beautiful brick walkway here, but we're out on Vancouver Island, where it is an island and most of it's rock, and there's just no way we could tunnel underneath that sidewalk without going super deep and totally messing up the gardens. So what we did is, if you see behind me here, on this bush that goes up and then across the doorway here and then back down, what we did is we actually used the gutter, and we actually ran wire up the gutter, over the doorway, and down into this bed here, and we were easily able to do that. And now we didn't have to tear up the whole garden, but we can get power here and still keep all our lights on the same transformer. So sometimes you got to be a little creative with how you get wire to different areas, but there's always a way. And you'd never even know that that wire's there, because where we came back down in the bed is right behind a trellis that we ended up highlighting and featuring anyway, that you guys can't tell from the video, but I can see it's starting to look really, really good. So I'm glad we lit that up. And that wire's totally hidden, so you'd have no idea how we got that wire there. So sometimes you got to be a little creative. You don't always have to go under the sidewalk, so think of alternative ways.
So we are using a couple path lights on this project. One area we're going to use them is just to kind of create some balance in between. We're lighting up some of the architectural stone pillars on the front of the house, and then in between we're throwing a couple path lights from place to place, just so as you're looking at it from the street or the sidewalk, there's a nice balance of light between the uplights on the pillars and then some of the garden lighting that's going to be down below. So that's primarily where we're going to be using path lights in this area. And as always, we try and use as few as possible unless it makes sense. And in this case, we've got about 6 to 8 path lights that are just going to create a nice balance of light throughout this property.
So what you're going to find in your Try It Before You Buy It landscape lighting kit is 4 things. You're going to find our RS uplighting fixture from FX Luminaire. You're going to find our wash lighting fixture from FX Luminaire. And you're going to find our path lighting fixture from FX Luminaire, which are 3 of the most used lights that we use in any of our landscape lighting projects. And along with that, it's going to come with a King Innovation Instalight, which is a battery pack that's going to allow you to go and test out these lights on your property to see which lights are going to look best where. The Try It Before You Buy It kit is a chance for you to go and feel the difference between a good quality light and a premium quality fixture and the poor quality lighting that you're going to find online and in a lot of other stores. So you get to test those lights out for 14 days, go and plug them in, test them out on your property, see what's going to look best. And if you don't love it, you send it back to us and you get a full refund. And if you do, you keep those lights at a discounted rate and you just get whatever else you need. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys got some great do-it-yourself landscape lighting tips. Now, please be sure to go to our website at lightingdoctor.ca and check out our how-to page. It's full of great resources, from our podcast to our video to our most frequently asked questions. And also check out our Try It Before You Buy It light, where you can actually go now and get one of our premium quality uplights and a King Innovation Instalight, which is basically a battery pack now that allows you to go and run those lights and test them out on your property. Try it for 14 days. If you don't love it, send it back to us and we'll give you a full refund. And if not, you keep the light at a discounted rate and go and buy what you need for your project. So thanks again for watching. Please be sure to leave us a comment. We'd love your feedback.
have a great day.